Good morning, YouTube. In the process of working on this Amazon, we got this hub disconnected. We're waiting for a bar here. Ball joints and everything appear to be good, but one thing I did notice is we got quite a bit of play. Let's see, back there in the upper arm joints. So we are going to take that apart and see if it just needs a bushing or other components. So let's dive into it. Alright guys, so if we take a look here, here's the upper control arm, and it looks like maybe the main bolt is bolted to the shock spring tower, and then you've got these on each side, which are like a U-bolt, and then you've got a nut on each end. So I'm assuming we're gonna take these nuts off and the end nut, and we can see what we've got under there. Alrighty, so let's start with the end nut here and see what we have. This is a 19 millimeter. I did see this earlier, so I ended up buying the rubber bushings, and it did look like there's a metal sleeve that has like a exterior groove on it, probably to hold the U-bolt of the A-arm. And I didn't think that we would probably need that, so I didn't order that. So hopefully it is just the rubber bushing. Alrighty. I guess it tricked me. Wasn't ready for hand tight. One thing I am amazed about is, for as long as this sat and for as old as this is, I haven't broken a single bolt, and everything has come off. You don't even get that with the modern cars. You have a modern car 5 years old and break every bolt coming off of it. Alrighty, there's a nut, 19 millimeter. We've got a washer, and we can see the rubber. Let's get that moving here. See, lots of play right there, not a good thing. And looks like, I don't know what the best way is. Whether to take these off or just that. If I do just that, or if I do both sides, I can probably pull the A-arm out of the way. But that nut down there might be a pain to get to. These right here I push behind the control arm, and they're different thicknesses from the looks of it, and I believe that is what you use to adjust the alignment of the car. Alrighty, now I'll see if I can get a socket in there with a ratchet and take that apart and then pull the whole arm towards me so I can check out the bushing back there. Alrighty, we'll take a break here for a minute and come right back. Okay guys, so I was able to get the nuts off the inside here with just a 14mm ratchet wrench, and just use a small impact here. Oop, hold on, let me put you down for a second. Socket's not quite long enough, so I gotta put the socket on the bolt first and then put the extension in. Oh, well, you see one U-bolt came out. Alrighty, so this is what holds it on. So that one's still a little tight. Let's get something to persuade it with. Sorry about that. Alrighty. Something's not letting those U-bolt drop out. Alrighty, we'll be back. Hold on. Alrighty, we're back again. I just needed 2 hands to wiggle that off. Looks like the bolt is kind of seized onto that metal piece, and this one's fine. Didn't seize to it, but yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of play there, but there was a lot more here. Yeah, I think that bushing was wore out. The stud looks fine. Let's check the new bushing. Got a couple right here. And the old one. Oh yeah. So looks like we're just going to take that bushing out of that metal sleeve. Probably reuse it. It looks fine. Cleaned it up. And then we'll put the new bushing in. And we should have a nice tight A-arm again. And of course, good thing I didn't try to undo the bolts and take it off that way, because we would have hit the bracket for the brake line. So yeah, just undo the 14mm nuts and this whole thing, just come right down for you. Won't come all the way off. The ball joint will keep it from coming all the way down. Alrighty, let's get that done. Alrighty, so we're gonna put a new insert in this. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off the lip and then should be able to pull it right through relatively easy, I believe. Unless it's kind of, what is it, vulcanized to the metal or something. Alrighty, got that cut off. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, she's coming right out. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Alrighty. Now, let's see how fun this is gonna be. I think what I'll do is probably, silicone is supposed to be safe for rubber, so I'll use a silicone WD-40, lube the inside, lube this, and we will get it pushed together. Attempt anyways. Might have to use the hand vise. Alrighty. Pretty stiff compared to the other one. Alright. Work that lip in there. Oh, there we go. Looks like we're gonna do it by hand. Perfect. All in. And that's how we change that rubber insert. We'll slide it on, do the other side, and put the A-arm back on. Hey there, Volvo followers. Well, got the A-arm back on with the new bushings. Nice and tight, no movement. Got the caliper on. Alrighty, and we'll show you something I haven't quite figured out. I'll probably end up modifying some parts. But here's the new hose. It's got one on each end, and then one goes to the hose here, and then one goes there. And on the original caliper, what you have is this piece, and it goes from here to there. All right, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. But what you'll find online is hoses like this. We've got that on one end, which is right, and then that threaded on the other end, which really doesn't work. But it does make me wonder, since the parts you buy for the calipers are these lines, which really don't go anywhere unless, they would put this here and just tie it into it and not use any support bracket on the backing plate. Yeah, totally not sure, but I know what I'm gonna do, and that is I am gonna rebend this to match the original and use the original style hose and not try to figure out why these are not right and so forth. So just something to consider if you have to replace some of this stuff, that it may not be right or you may not understand how it works. All right, that's it. Catch you later.